when we first showed up to the venue, it was kind of air conditioned. Oh, it's a little cooler in here. That's good. But the minute that like the venue staff showed up and our whole crew was in there and we were setting up, it immediately like started getting hotter. And I'm like, if it's warm in here right now with like 7 people in the venue, tonight's gonna be a disaster. I went up to our tour manager and I said, hey, we need to figure out what's going on with this air conditioning. If we can't get air conditioning, someone's got to go to Home Depot and we've got to get some massive industrial fans in here because we need like hundreds of bottles of water. And they're like, and they come back and they're like, cool. So it's going to come out of your guys' show pay to buy the fans and we're going to get 200 bottles of water. And I said, that's crazy. Sure. Here's our card. Go buy the fans, but we want 600 bottles of water. And Schmiz had this idea right before we went on to kind of rewind. I don't know. How did it even come up?
I mean, we were all just talking about ways to cool down. I walked on stage with a bag of ice on my neck. Like, we were all just like trying to stay cool. I was like, we should bring some super soakers out here. Like, that'd be rad. Just totally like hypothetically.
Yeah. And we had friends who were on the way to the show who live locally in Phoenix. And we were like, can you stop at Walmart and go get some super soakers? Can you please go get some like water guns? And so they did. And they showed up with like the perfect little foam ones and a couple buckets, like mop buckets full of water. And that was kind of the icing on the cake. And we ended up and we didn't know that we were even going to do that. I didn't even know if the water guns were going to show up. We didn't know when in the set we were going to have to stop, but there was a good moment where everyone needed a break. We were all out of breath and sweating, just dripping, like everyone in the crowd. And so we took a break and we queued up Circle of the Sun by Sheryl Crow. And we just started soaking the fans with water. And it was like one of those montage moments in a movie. It was really fun.
By some miracle, none of our equipment broke.
Yeah, right.
I was literally thinking before we went on stage, I kind of like briefly said, everyone only shoot the water at the fans because I only have like thousands of dollars worth of like equipment up here, blah, blah. And then like I broke 5 minutes into the thing, I was spraying everybody. Yeah. I'm like spraying it towards the drum set. Like I'm spraying it everywhere.
I definitely broke that rule immediately too. I was spraying people side stage. Not hopefully. I hope that never has to happen again, but I definitely had fun with the super soakers and I'll cherish that. That was my favorite moment of the whole tour.
For sure, definitely.
Because of,
it could have been one of the most miserable, but because of the super soakers and because of all the preparation, it was one of the most fun shows.
Yeah. It was a beautiful moment born from impending disaster.